What's going on, guys? Exciting news from Blizzcon this week with the announcement of patch 2.1.2. And we're going to go over a couple things so that you guys can get a little bit excited about this and be prepared for the upcoming patch. And we'll get right into a couple of the changes that you're going to see. One of the things that's going to be coming is the new goblins, and there are going to be 3 new goblin types. And you're going to see their different color there, so you can probably figure out which one is which. You're going to have the blood shard collector. He'll be dropping some blood shards. The other one will be dropping crafting gems or crafting materials, and the other one will be dropping gems. So new goblins to look out for. Those will be coming in 2.1.2. A couple other things, new legendary gems. You can see 2 different ones here, the Esoteric Alteration and the Molten Wildebeest Gizzard. It appears that they are focusing a little bit more on defense, and I think that looking at some of these, they might be gearing you up to maybe do some more channeling skills. We're going to see, because a lot of stuff right now does revolve around movement, and these seem to maybe help you be able to stand still a little bit longer and do some different skills, because there are a lot of channeling skills or skills where you need to stand still for a little bit longer. They buffed them, but they didn't really make them work, and I'm hoping this is what it's going to be used for. Next up, for the Greater Rifts, there's going to be a lot of changes to the Greater Rifts. A lot of guys that you see at the top are getting lucky and finding those conduit pylons near the Greater Rift boss, or just towards the end, or helping out in certain spots, and it just seems to be the only way to get through stuff. So one of the things that they're going to be doing is, instead of nerfing that, they're actually going to buff the other pylons. The shielding pylon will actually reflect damage, and it's also going to allow it to explode at the end. I don't know if that's going to be a certain percentage of the damage, taken, or what it's going to do, but it's going to reflect that back. The speed pylon is going to have some different effects, knockback and stuff like that. There's going to be a couple different things, so you can look out for that. There's going to be some more stuff going on as well with the density problems. I know a lot of you guys maybe take a wrong turn, maybe go the wrong way, and they're actually going to be fixing the map layouts to make it a little bit more linear, so that you don't have to worry about getting lost and you got a good start, next thing you know, precious time wastes by going the wrong direction. And then again, the density there, they're also going to be working on stuff for the Rift Guardians as well. The other great thing about the Greater Rifts is that you are now going to be able to revive at your corpse, albeit there will be a little bit of a penalty. I think the more times you do it, can't come back as quickly. I'm not sure. They haven't announced exactly what direction they're going with that. I'm sure that'll be tested on the PTR to kind of balance it out. That way, if you get stuck in some really long Greater Rifts, you don't have to run back near as far. Another big announcement, of course, for you seasonal players is Season 2. There's going to be new legendaries coming through. There's new transmog, of course, with those legendaries. So Season 2 will be exciting for a lot of you guys. I am not a seasoned player, so enjoy that. I know a lot of you guys enjoy playing that. With Season 2, there also comes some new conquest for all you guys that are into farming the conquest and getting the achievements. Those are going to be there as well, so enjoy that as well. Some really exciting things that I think are going to change up a lot of builds are new legendary, I guess, items and affixes. You can see that some of these are probably items that you've seen before, the Gungdo gear and the Wormwood, just to name a couple. They're going to have different secondary affixes that you'll see in there that are pretty exciting. And then you actually see a new one there in the middle where Energy Twister periodically pulls in an enemy. So there's a lot of really cool changes that are coming up there, so keep an eye out for those. There's going to be some new gear to farm once the new patch hits. We're going to be trying to farm these up in the PTR when that becomes available, so we'll see how that goes, and we'll try and get back to you guys with how that is progressing. A couple other items, which we've got the Gungdo going here, but they also announced the Skull Grasp. You'll see there increases the damage of Whirlwind, and we're going to get to a very exciting thing coming up here in just 1 minute. Whirlwind is making a comeback for all of you barbarians that love whirlwinding, which I think we all do. So we'll get to a couple really cool set bonuses that are coming up, and this is just one way to keep an eye out for. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more stuff coming up for the legendary items, but this is everything that has been seen so far that I'm aware of. Next up, Ancient Legendary Items, where you'll see here the Maximus up at the top. It says Ancient Legendary. It's going to be boosting up the damage of some of the pre-existing weapons to make them extremely, extremely powerful. The rarity of these, I'm sure will be pretty low. But I think if we all play enough, we'll be getting a lot of these. So as more of these come out, this will be a really exciting thing to see just how much they can do with the legendary items there. Now, if you're an old school Diablo player, you might recognize this, the return of Seshron. And this is an old Diablo 2 area. They're going to add this to the adventure mode, so that's going to be a pretty cool thing. Some of you guys might recognize it, some of you might not. But I think this is just another way to add more content and give you a really cool place to play in. With Seshron, they're actually going to incorporate some new enemies as well. You're going to see them here as they go through. You've got I guess we're going to call them Nausea Beetles, Glowing Death, and Frost Maggots. There's going to be some new stuff coming up there, so it gives you a little bit change of pace with a new area. A couple other new monsters that they're looking at are the Yetis. It looks like they come in various forms, or maybe these are just some that they're working on. So that's going to be pretty cool to have just some new content as well. And then the other new, I guess, boss in this instance is the Rat King. They're saying this is the most disgusting creature yet, but looks just like a really deformed monster there. So just new stuff to come there. One of the exciting changes, though, for me at least, I love New Tristram. Welcome to the new Tristram, and they're making this so that it works a lot better. Instead of having to run all over the place, I like being in Act 1, but I don't like having to do everything there because it just takes too much time, and you're going to see that they're kind of consolidating a lot of stuff there. If this is the final look, then that's pretty cool. I don't know if they're planning on tinkering with it a little bit more. This just looks like something pieced together, but that's pretty neat there. So that's a nice, cool change to be able, for all you guys that love Act 1 like I do, something there. One of the things that they announced a little bit later as well is the change to some set bonuses, and you're going to see the set bonus for the monk, the raiment set there. There's going to be some new changes. We'll go over these in the PTR. I'm sure they're going to tinker with a lot of this stuff, and much like some of the set bonuses they did for 2.1, there was a lot of changes towards the end, so we're not going to cover the set bonuses too much. It looks like they are definitely making some changes. That seems to be the monk one. For the wizard, it looks like they're going to have enemies in the slow time take a lot more damage from different areas there. So that's going to be pretty neat. I can already see perhaps the legendary item we looked at with the energy twister pulling stuff in. It looks like they're going to take a lot more damage, and if you get them in slow time, then they might not be able to escape as quickly. And they can just keep getting pulled back over and over, taking a ton of damage. That's my initial reaction, or you can see some channeling skills there. So looking forward to that quite a bit as a wizard player. I definitely like that one. The Demon Hunter, right now it's the Marauder set, the Sentry build, and that's pretty much all you can run in-game. It's the only thing reasonable right now, but it looks like they're the Unhallowed Essence. This is going to be quite a bit different. And again, I'm sure a lot of this is going to be tinkered with, so we will go over this in the PTR as more stuff comes up. And last but not least, the Barbarian set, Wrath of the Waste. And now this is pretty cool because the Whirlwinding Barb is coming back, and you see here Whirlwind deals triple damage to enemies affected by your Rend. The 4-piece bonus Rend deals triple damage, and Rend lasts twice as long. I am going to tell you guys now that you need to keep an eye out for a Lamentation belt, which applies Rend twice. Always try and keep stuff around so that you can keep those on mules and be ready for patches like this. That's it, guys, as far as everything that I've seen announced thus far for a lot of changes. I know there's going to be a lot more, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of patch notes coming out over the next few months. The PTR date has not been announced, therefore nobody has any idea when all of this will be announced or coming to fruition, but definitely a lot of cool stuff to be excited about and to keep playing for. I'm sure a lot of those legendary items you'll have to refarm, but that's part of the game and that's part of the process, so don't hold on to too much stuff hoping for that, but if you have enough room on your mules, feel free to do that. So that's it, guys. Feel free to check this out. there's going to be a lot more coming up. Feel free to let me know in the comments below what you're most excited about. Like I said, for me, the Wizard and the Demon Hunter and the Barbarian changes are all pretty exciting because those are my 3 most played characters. So let me know what you're looking forward to, and if you've got any more information, feel free to add that in the comments below as well. As always, guys, thanks for watching, happy hunting, and we'll see you next time.